Hello and welcome back. We've decided to review a card-based RTS this time, and since we're trying to focus on low-budget or free games, we've downloaded BattleForge. It's been out since March 2009, so it's fairly new. There's a possibility to buy it, but we don't see the reason, because you'll unlock the full game after a few hours of playtime anyway. Although if you do buy it, you get a few unique cards and 3,000 BattleForge points to spend on cards. If you don't buy the full game and download it for free, you can still spend money to buy cards in-game. BattleForge is developed by EA Phenomic and published by Electronic Arts.
The graphics are really good for an RTS. They do look convincing. Recession or not, they haven't been doing cuts in the designer's paychecks, because everything looks unique. Every creature or building that fires something will have its own projectile. For example, the Master Archers from the Frost deck don't fire the same arrows as the Windweavers, which are the archers you start with in the Nature deck. Also, they have created really neat looking creatures and buildings in a fantasy style.
The creators have chosen for a trading card based system. You'll get cards with a big variety of stats and spells. To play these cards you'll need two things: power and magical orbs. You'll keep gaining power throughout your games, which is generated through power wells, found scattered across the map, mostly in bases where there's a lot of hostile presence. Orbs are non-consumable. Those are also generated, but through monuments. So basically, the further you progress through your game, the better cards you'll be able to play. A PvE game usually takes about half an hour up to an hour. A PvP game can take from maybe 5 minutes to about 45 minutes. As for what cards you want to have access to, you choose them for yourself. Either choose one of the standard decks like the Frost Shadow or the Nature Fire deck, or you can create your own. It's a lot of fun to create new decks and trying them out to see which cards fit your playstyle. Either play offensively and have lots of attack units, or play defensively and get more towers, power-ups and defensive troops in your deck. Anything is possible.
EA games are well known for their awesome soundtracks. Lots of their big projects use well-known artists and songs. BattleForge doesn't use those for obvious reasons. Being a fantasy game, they do have very ambient background music. It's more classical, Lord of the Rings-ish. It always feels like the music suits the mood of the game. Sound effects are a bit repetitive and therefore getting annoying sometimes, but it won't keep you from playing this awesome game at all.
BattleForge is a real-time strategy with a trading card game feature. You'll have to collect your cards before you play them in a game. Some are really unique and rare. To get those you can trade with other players. The creators have chosen for a fantasy style. We do support that choice because it gives so many possibilities, and as we've said before, the creatures look amazing.
Next to the single player missions, you also have the option to play with other people. You can choose player versus elements or player versus player, called PvE and PvP respectively. In PvE, you will team up with your friend or friends to accomplish goals together. There are 2-player, 4-player and even 12-player missions. We found that they are very fun to play and quite challenging sometimes. In PvP, your goal is basically to annihilate your opponent's army and bases as soon as possible. In PvP you can also choose between 1-on-1 and 2-on-2. Both can be played ranked or unranked. If you enter a ranked match, you will win or lose points which determine your rank. You will be placed on a leaderboard amongst many other players. We've noticed that there are no problems with lag or hackers at all, which makes every game pleasant to play.